Welcome, Lights Out family, to another episode of the Out There podcast. Today we have myself, KK, with me, Sonia. You can see, maybe you let the audience know where are you now.
Yeah, so I'm not at home in Singapore. You see, my background is completely different. I show you all, okay, where I am.
Later they say somebody sitting on the bed.
I will share with you a story that just happened yesterday.
Okay,
Yesterday.
yeah,
But
okay,
we do that later. So
yeah.
I'll tell everybody that I'm in India right now. So how you all always ask, right? Where is Sonia? Where is Sonia? Or Sonia is somewhere in the world. Yes, I am in South India this time.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
And for Cici, he got work commitment, so he couldn't join us today. Maybe the next
Yes, that's
episode.
right.
So for all the fans of Cici, please click a like. Tell him that you all miss him when you feel the love. But it's really because of work commitment. The work is piling up. I think it's good. Okay, also with us today we have a special guest from the Paranormal Consultant. We have Achik.
Hi
Yeah.
everyone.
Welcome.
Can you do a short introduction of yourself and also maybe share a bit of the Paranormal Consultants? When is it formed? Who is part of this community that you are in? Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, my name is Achik and I am from the Paranormal Consultants. Okay, so Paranormal Consultants is actually established in 2013.
Oh.
However, I already embarked in professional paranormal investigation since 2008. All right. Okay, so currently we have actually 4 crew. 1 lady and 3 guys. Alfie Ismail, our local artist, a singer. Okay, so me myself and we have Arai. Okay, so actually, what we do is actually we are doing more to the logic and science, and we actually do kind of like debunking, investigation, and also something that we also share educational stuff to the community itself.
So you're using science and logic to explain some of the phenomena that people have experienced.
Yes,
So,
and mostly with equipments and gadgets. So, in visual form, some people they are skeptic, right? So when they see the visual, they understand the structure of the logic, right? Then you can't explain. Then that's what paranormal is, because you can't explain.
Yeah. So
Sounds familiar or not, KK?
Yeah. Yes, it does. I mean, if you are into this the world of paranormal investigation, locally not, it's getting more and more people are into it. But within the region or the states, Europe and all this, a lot of people are using these equipments to do a lot of investigations and good and bad lah. You know what I mean? Because to garner viewership, they manipulate a lot of things. So not that all the time, but yeah.
I think there's the good and the bad. You know, there's always going to be that balance. Like you said, there are people that manipulate such situations and using the technology that's available to them to garner more viewers. But at the same time, you have people like Achik, whose approach is it's not even to debunk, but it's to say, okay, if this is not it, using science and logic, which is very my thing as well.
Yes,
if it's not that, then and only then do we classify it as the paranormal or the supernatural.
Yes.
So,
and I also like what Achik say, that he used this to educate people.
Yes.
And to let people know even if let's say he knew that something is on, he will give a sort of explanation, because we cannot give, but we will try our best to let them know what is happening. Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, to touch on a bit on it, right? Okay, of course, the paranormal, there is, the paranormal is there. However, we also must understand that fakes are all there. It's outside there as well. You know, especially, we actually did debunk, or we actually come forward to, to expose those, healers, the healers, right? That actually, take advantage of women take advantage by taking the money, but nothing is there's no available service and so on. So
I
actually,
remember that story that you did, that particular story that you did.
yeah.
And then was there a recent one where you spoke about how they use string,
Mm. Correct.
hashtag string?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry to interrupt.
So, yeah, about the swing, which is very, very interesting, because they are actually manipulating the victims by saying, oh, there's a lot of bad stuff on in your body, so wow, they so-called do spiritual surgery, take out string from the body and so on and so on. So and it becomes to the point whereby the healer actually take advantage of the lady, of the victims, and our sentiments, right? We quite empathize with the victims,
Victims.
the victims. So they actually, yeah, they went through a lot of things, and now no they are being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So actually, the victim herself came on board and shared this awareness to everyone as well, which is not
Oh.
easy for her to share, no, actually.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, but she
So
want to stop the to use scamming or like uh I mean her case to educate warn
uh,
other people not to.
You
But
raise awareness, right? And
awareness, yes, yeah. But
so I believe that is quite our forte as well, to show the
yeah,
truth of such fakes.
I mean, okay. Sorry to ask. In this case that the healer, the spiritual healer, is it specific from any religion that you all encounter? Because
Okay.
over the years, everywhere I heard of stories, not just one religion. Because in Chinese we have a lot of fake.
Adrian Lim,
Yeah,
very
Adrian
good
Lim is one
example.
of the most famous
Correct.
one. But even till these days, then but because we humans are very vulnerable, and when you are in a very vulnerable state in your life, you tend to believe, yeah, like
Mm.
yeah. Even personally, I not too long back I encountered something like this. Maybe I'll share next time. But yeah, but I don't know how to explain. But when you are at that point, we're talking one on one to that person who, but in this case, the victim went through many rounds with this healer, right?
Yeah,
Then,
actually,
uh, so
went quite. I think about 3 times. The
uh,
last one was the one that the healer actually. Okay, I just want to share. I'm so sorry, but I would like to share. Actually, touch her private parts, keys,
oh,
link, and so on. Okay,
it's
and then
always okay.
while doing so, what they say, the healer, the spiritual healer was saying, oh, there's a lot of things I need to do. This I
Correct.
need to do at your private parts, and then it's a kind of like, okay, one-to-one session inside the room. So we at the end of that live, right, what I did is we share with the viewers the do's and don'ts, how to take care of yourself for women. And okay, how about if they want to take advantage, by cheating your money and so on lah.
I think in best because if you're alone, right, sometimes they have a way to manipulate their
Because
words.
they're able to sense your desperation.
Yes.
Now,
Correct.
if you're, like you said, if you are in situations where all seems hopeless and you're stuck in a corner and you have nowhere else to turn, you are going to claw and grasp at
Yes.
any kind of solution
Anything.
that's offered to you, even
True.
if it doesn't make sense to you at that moment. And like you
Mm.
say, you're more vulnerable when you're alone. If you don't have another point
Person.
of view or another person with you to say, hey, that doesn't sound right, you go alone, then
True.
there are pitfalls and there are scammers out there just waiting to prey on people.
Yeah.
So like what Achik said, in exposing such people and talking about such stories, it raises the awareness
Awareness. Yeah.
so that more of the general public are aware of such
It's still
scheming.
it's still going on.
It's still going
It's going
on.
on. Yeah.
Correct.
Because even after the post-COVID, the pandemic, I feel like people are getting more and more vulnerable and tends to believe some things. I don't know if it's because of inflation. Sometimes it also due to the world, things happening in the world. So I feel like people are getting very vulnerable as well.
Mm.
Because after a period of uncertainty, So
well, it's not. You know what else is not making things easier? AI. AI is not making things easier. There's a lot of stuff on the internet that people believe in, that the general public believe in, that may not necessarily be true now. There's a lot of fake things going around, and it's easy to manipulate. Actually, I'm sure you've come across some videos which have been manipulated by AI. Am I right?
Yeah.
A lot of it, a lot of it. Yeah, because people also they tend to send me some videos and ask me to analyze for them. So actually, you can see that actually, I'm like we are quite not the mainstream paranormal team. You know, we actually do help. But our focus is also want to help the community. You know, get away from such things, and also as I mentioned, to educate them. Okay, what is if this is AI or is it not AI? Even though it's very manipulative and also misleading at times. You know?
Do you have
I've seen some horrible shit out there.
Yeah. Do you have like contacts with I understand TPC also cooperate with other paranormal groups. Do you have contacts with like spiritual teachers and people who are experts in this
They do.
field? Yeah.
Yeah, we do. I mean, like, because we don't want to touch on the spiritual, so therefore we, of course, I mean, like, what I would say is, okay, we share the pie lah. Okay, when it comes to spiritual factors, spiritual cases, right? We will collab with the spiritual side. We call, you know, okay, let's say if it's, we also have the context of a reverend father from a Catholic church. We also have the contact, you know, a monk in a temple somewhere in Choa Chu Kang. And of course, I mean, like ustaz, you know, the from the Muslim side, we do have, and I think if I don't have our contact, Sonia, ask Sonia if she has contact.
I only have a few. I only know a small number. But like what he said, right? After you, or if people come to you for consultation, or they seek your advice about something that they're not certain about, then on our end, because this happens to me as well, and if I cannot help in any way, and more often than not, I cannot, because I am not a spiritual expert or a content expert, then we refer them to people who are much more qualified.
Yep.
It's
Correct.
good to have such contacts lah. So anybody out there who are like mired in some kind of depression or of course, first thing, go and see doctor. But if you also feel like maybe some kind of spiritual help that you need, can come and look for us. We'll maybe get contact with Achik and his crew to see whether they can offer any kind of help. Yeah.
And
So be as
Quick question. As I am chewing, can you hear it? As I chew? Can hear?
the first crunch lah, but the chewing no. Yeah.
Sorry, this is my first meal since lunchtime. So
alamak, kasihan.
guava. This is local roadside guava. One whole bag, one whole big bag. Okay, you see, so many. This one is less because I eat already. Guess how much?
Oh my god.
10 cents
Guess how much?
Singapore.
20 cents $.
So it's 100 rupees, which is $1 plus. But for a lot leh. And over the few days I have been eating. But because this is my first meal and I already told my friends that I'm not coming out of my room because we have a podcast to record, right?
Yeah.
So this is all I can eat. So if it's too noisy, you have to let me know.
No, I understand, no problem. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Now you may continue.
You know.
What did you guys think it was?
I feel like guava.
Oh, guava. Okay.
Yeah.
So Achik thought it was green apple, but it's actually guava.
Yeah.
Very nice.
When it's
Local
outside, the shape
guava.
look like green apple, but when you chew, you can see the internal look like guava.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of guava.
Hiya.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Okay, we have some comments from our last episode, which Achik, we also talked about Parabex, the first Parabex that we had, where you guys went to
Kota Tinggi.
Yeah. So, okay, some of the comments we have at Papite. This one, our regular listener. He said he loved listening to us talk when he was doing his work or playing games. So, as a background conversation, it's quite soothing for him. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And at BD202, is with regards to Sonia affinity to attracting a mosquito bite. He advised that spray mosquito repellent all over your exposed skin. it might help.
Spray already, spray lots and
frequently.
lots already.
I think the racket serves more purpose lah.
Rodney, record of death.
I bought it, for next trip.
Oh, you bought already?
I cannot influence by Sonia.
Yeah,
I think all of us have to carry one Nepos with it
I
already.
heard because the most recent Parabex I left early, so I heard the third location was full of mosquito.
On the first floor,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, the mall.
the
Yeah.
mall. Yeah. Okay, then we have Go MHCV. Because during the conversation that Cici had, he said that he heard a humming voice from a lady that Sonia heard too. So
Yes.
during the recording, there was a humming, a lady humming. That was from me lah. That's not real humming. That's superimposed after the editing. Then at Cici Missy 8079, she said that she missed the live podcast again. Sonia needs to sage herself, her house, her hair, everything.
I need to do what? What is it that I need to do?
Burn the sage.
Sage.
When
burn
you're
the sage.
recording, so that you will not.
Twice already during the recording, right? I can suddenly hear like other
people
voices.
talking.
Second time already.
So today we verify if you are at the same location, but you're using the same earbud. So the experiment,
Same.
maybe but when you're listening to whatever things you don't capture any kind of
No, these are noise cancelling. So I myself should not be able to hear anything else aside from what is being transmitted. Right? But when we were recording, I was hearing something from somewhere else. And I showed you all my computer. There's nothing else running in the background.
It's not from inside the earbud.
It's from the earbuds, but it would have to transmit signal from my computer to my earbuds, But there's nothing running on my computer, so cannot say that some file is playing in the background, right?
Oh, so strange. Okay, then
Ayo.
last
Need
but
to do investigation.
Yeah, the earbud must be proven.
Yeah, see.
Okay, last but not least, we have Ernest Doe. He tells us to trademark the word Parabex.
Yes. Okay, unfortunately, it's very difficult to trademark these things, but yeah. But it is what we're doing. It's the melding of two disciplines, the paranormal and urbexing. And I've said this before in the last one as well, where the two are kind of concurrently running parallel, because a lot of these empty abandoned places harbor negative energy, because these energies too are looking for places
to stay,
that can harbor them. So that's why the two go hand in hand, very closely related. What do you think, Achik?
Actually, I will agree with that. I agree with that because Army Fox actually did I did a debate with her about this factor lah. She did mention about residual energy, especially when there is something especially when it's a negative energy that maybe probably that place might have some somebody pass away due very tragically. Usually that kind of strong energy, right, they will stay there. And and of course the entity around there, they can pick this energy up, therefore they can have a bit of the memory of that person as well. That one I will agree on this, because if you say there's no energy, right, okay, at a place where there's no electricity, but where does the energy that filters the EMF, the records, so I think on hypothetically it does have something on that part lah.
And that is why that's why they do the investigations in places like that.
Right.
And if you have no more electricity in a place, then how do you explain why it triggers things like the EMFs and the other instruments that are being used during the investigation?
You are saying that it's your own electrical, like our phone, but why does the EMF not consistently be high? It's like only a certain, it's a passing kind of thing, right? So it's very hard to explain as well. Yeah, I mean, if it's a place really full of electromagnetic field, it will consistently be high, but it doesn't seem that way, is it? Yeah.
All right.
Then, Achik, do you believe in? They say that this is Muslim kind of thinking that if a place is left abandoned, whether if a house it's not abandoned, it's like people just don't live there, then
It's left empty,
empty
unoccupied,
house,
vacant.
something will come and occupy. Is this a regular kind of belief you all had? Is beside the residual energy that you talk about?
Okay, actually, there is actually a saying on this lah. Okay, for example, if a house, a place of lodging, especially, right, they are left vacant, the minimal days will be 3 days, right? The jinns, this entity called jinns, genie, demons, in our Muslim context called jinns lah. They actually will start to come in to so-called maybe reside, or they might see, okay, is this place suitable for them to come, right? So okay, so that's actually the minimal is 3 days. This one I
Wow.
actually also did some talking with some ustad as well. They did say that, but however, for example, if you were tend to go holiday, right, when you come back, there is actually a specific way to tell them to go out lah, you know. Where's Sonia? Cannot see.
Coming. Give me a second.
No, I think it's not just Sonia. Suddenly you talk about Jin, a lot of things went. Not just Sonia, your video also start to. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's go into our main topic, the Parabex that we had in early October. Is a 2-day, 2-night thing. So as we start, I would like to say that we will not disclose where we went. I'll disclose the names of these places, but if you've seen the video, seen the pictures that we shared, if you know the place, then you know the place. But I will not disclose in this podcast itself.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So we'll start from the last location which I didn't join, which is the abandoned mall. So then you want to give a background of this mall itself? I did gather some information of it.
Yes, I mean, so the very premise of before you go into an abandoned building, you always do a little bit of research first. That is also for your own safety. A lot of these abandoned places have homeless people, drug addicts. So a lot of the research that you do would support your safety. And the recce is very important. This is the stuff that I have consistently been saying. Now, this place has been abandoned for close to 20 years already, I think.
Yeah. 3, I
yes.
recorded somewhere.
Yes, and it was closed for various reasons. First was usually it's financial, but this one also had some environmental concerns.
Oh.
Yes, and it's in the middle. It's in limbo right now because the government is talking about rejuvenating
revamping the place. Yeah.
Yes, the place and stuff. So the structure still there, very much intact. Some of the locals have gone in. I don't know who, but they've started stripping metals out of the place and selling it for scrap. So when you go in, clear evidence of it, like copper wires, precious metals.
Yeah.
Have been stripped from the place. It's huge.
Yeah.
Massive space.
It's a mall.
But in terms, but 4 floors of a mall, then there is floors of car park, and then the rooftop to me was the most interesting place.
Yeah. So from the video and the picture shared, as you all mentioned, there's like 3 temples.
One is like a temple, and then the other 2 are more like shrines. But I've never been to a rooftop which has a temple. It's my first, and I've been to many abandoned places, so that to me was a point of interest.
I mean, even you look at in Singapore, our shopping centers, our shopping malls, we don't. Even if they have like a place for worship, it's usually
it's usually a shrine.
A small shrine that out of place. But this one is they really built the.
Yeah, it's built like a temple. Like a proper temple.
Yeah, but
so it just goes to show you, right? I don't know who owned the structure and the building, but clearly Chinese influences.
Yes.
So
could be for prosperity and which
a lot of feng shui stuff also, maybe.
feng shui maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But as we mentioned, the most dangerous part is the mosquitoes.
No lah.
No?
No, but that was on the first floor as we were walking through. Some of us in the group are a little bit more sensitive than others.
Okay. So let's share what your experience.
Yes.
Yeah. Achik.
So as we were walking through that first floor, Achik, if you recall this, you were doing a live.
Okay.
Yes,
Achik,
correct.
you were doing a live show, right?
Yep.
And as we were walking through yeah. So I wanted to bring them because during my recce, and I was with Cici during that recce, when we had walked through a particular part of the mall, both sides were very dark, and there was a very strong presence, palpable presence. You could feel it. And I purposely brought the group down that way because I had a feeling there, wanted the group to experience it as well and also kind of verify it. So as we were walking through, our Sarah Bear, he said the same thing. Yeah, and I didn't mention that this is the place that I had an experience. I just brought them through, and some of them were walking ahead, and everyone had something to say about the space.
Which floor is that? The first floor.
First floor.
It's deep within from the entrance, then that specific corner.
It's closer towards the back of the building. So, I wanted to see what everybody would say in that space. And true enough, everybody was pointing into the same general direction that I felt it. So true enough, everybody picked up on the same thing.
It's been verified. Yeah.
Yeah. Achik, what about you? Did you notice anything about that?
Okay, for me, I do feel a presence. The darkest part. I think the one that you mentioned, right? The one that going to the back, to the near to the sea area lah. Going to the back and then we did one round going to the other side. So I saw that.
it.
I think that's why I think you purposely being asked that just to play around there first before we proceed to the staircase to the upper floors, right? So actually, that one particular section. That is a present feel. It seems like something is there, but I wasn't with my equipment. I didn't even bring an EMF that point of time because I was thinking, okay, then this is urbex lah. We do an urbex in the daytime, but I feel goosebumps. Even Chacha, even Arai, while we are still doing live, right? Even when we're doing live, right? We can really, what is somewhere something is there. Like working. We do feel because even though if you are using equipments, right, our body is the best detector of things.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah.
So it does trigger me in a sense. However, I would say, I mean, like humbly, like it's not that very sinister in my sense lah. It's just that I'm here, You were saying that I'm here, you all guys you disturb me daytime, morning want to sleep also cannot sleep maybe. So it's just to show that his presence is there lah.
Makes itself known. That's about it. Nothing malevolent, Yeah. So then after that we proceeded to the rest.
There is some more feeling on the upper floor as well. Because we went to the food court.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the food
Sorry,
court,
not
the food court area.
Food court, that's right.
Food court. Wait, Okay, can you hear me or not? Because I don't know why it's my screen they say reconnecting.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Mine also said the same thing.
Can hear, but a bit jerky. But continue. I think it's still recording. No worries. Because this one we recording. Yeah. So second floor, the cafeteria.
Yes, correct. The cafeteria or the food court area. The food court area actually, I think we split into two sets of group lah. Sonia with I think the rest of them. Then Cici is with me, Arai, the rest of us, right? At some point, me and Chacha, we were going into the cafeteria, and then we heard noises actually. But I was thinking like maybe maybe rats or what lah. but we try to go in. We try to go in. As we try to go in, like we felt more. This one more heavy, you know. The presence feeling is more heavier in a sense, lah. And then like okay, so we just stay for a short while, about I think about 3 minutes, just to go around to show the viewers, and then we felt compelled to go out lah, to go out from the food court. So we go out.
Okay.
When we go out, right, you can see the difference. Okay, like there's a border. When go beyond the border, right? Oh, it felt heavy. But once we go out, okay then. You know, like our body doesn't feel pressurized. Atmospheric pressure is not there. So yeah, that's what we felt on that food court area lah.
So I didn't go to the food court area. I had brought. So the group had split into two. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, because on my screen it also said reconnecting. So the group at large had broken up into two, and I did not go beyond the first floor. I took half the team straight up to the rooftop. So it was stairs all the way. And it's up to the 8th or 9th floor where the rooftop is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, about the food court.
So the cafeteria, as you mentioned, is because the whole place is dark, right? There's no electricity. That part is dark. Where the staircase is, from what I see,
There's natural light.
natural
that comes
sunlight,
in
right?
From the side. Yeah, natural light. But the food court, was there any areas with natural light, or was it all just dark?
The food court is dark. You know, there's a ramp, right? Ramp going up, and then there's a ramp we go up. It's all dark. The sitting places is all dark. Totally dark. And I was doing live without
Nowhere
any
for natural light to come in.
Yeah. So everything is dark lah. Very dark.
One really interested to know the history behind, because it is in operation for a period of time. Then it just
short while. It was in operation for a very short while. I think like 3 years or something.
Early 2000, right? Then, so if anything happened, it could be after it got abandoned. Then we won't know what is happening, because it's free for all for anybody to go into.
Yeah, it's completely open. It's not even hoarded up, nothing. And you know what? You're not the only ones there. There are stray animals that come through, and then there are workers that would be resting sometimes. So it's easy to access. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
These are dangerous places because some areas have big holes that you could fall into, or because there are no more railings, you could just walk off. So I'm not sure if there were any accidents that had taken place from the time that it was abandoned to this date, whether any accidents have taken place. I couldn't find any literature on it, but who's to say, right?
I saw one video, I think Sarah shot, was like a tunnel, like a exhaust pipe or something.
Yes.
Imagine at night you can't see properly, just fall straight down.
Well, that's why you don't go to such places, without a daytime recce.
No, but young people or homeless people might stumble into these places unknowingly, and it's like
that's possible.
And I don't know if you can find any stories, but I highly doubt so, because also the place, the locations, people don't want to like give a lot of spotlight on the place itself. Yeah. So on beside the cafeteria, the roof, is there nothing much to experience over the upper floor?
Well, I thought it was plenty already with the first floor, and then now I'm hearing about the food court and yes. But upstairs, right on the roof, Achik, did you feel anything up on the roof?
Okay, for me, as the rooftop is okay lah. There's nothing much there. I mean, like, it's just more to the scenery. I mean, like, okay, I went to I think the so-called the temple, right, or the altar. One of it got the deity down there. The other one, I managed to go two altar lah. One of it is with the deity. One of it wasn't with anything. So I went to the one with the sculpture deity. But okay lah. I
Is
mean,
it
it's
the laughing?
not so.
It's the one with the big belly, the laughing Buddha, right?
Yeah, holding the gold ingots.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. So
so
that one is
that
actually
side.
more for prosperity and for luck. That's usually put into shops. They
Yeah.
usually put that
It's not
inside
for
shops.
prayers on the. Yeah.
Yeah, that one is it's more to attract good luck and wealth. So I have a feeling that
Well,
that was not the original position
Yeah.
up at the altar on the shrine at the rooftop. That's not the original position. I believe it came from one of the shops from within the mall and was just put there because those altars are built for other deities,
Mm.
not these kinds of
uh,
good luck statues. That's why over at the temple it's completely empty. Nothing is left. They were properly
correct.
disposed of or moved to another temple,
So
I
no
believe.
no incense urn, no nothing. So it's totally
No.
yeah. So the
There's,
only
there was one. There was one
the
urn.
statue there. But there's
Yeah,
one
there
urn.
was one with
We
you can see some of the remnants of the incense ash,
mm,
and then all the small offering cups and offering plates.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but no more deities.
Mm.
Correct. Yeah.
Because like what Sonia experienced previous episode that abandoned places people might still go there to do some prayers. You know,
Yes.
yeah. For some the Chinese maybe believe that this place is very very have very strong negative energy which might help them for certain purpose. Yeah. So it
Actually,
might
okay.
happen.
Actually,
Yeah. Mm.
I think we saw the incense stick at the ground floor before we go in. There's a lot of it. So no,
Ah,
you point that to us. There's a lot. I mean, like, I
Yes,
don't
I
know. It
said,
look
did
like
you,
the shape
you
is like
guys
a
look?
circular kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it's just before we enter. Then I
Mm.
was telling them. I said this place has been frequented by the like other paranormal teams and groups because you can see
Mm.
evidence
Mm.
um of incense sticks because these are some of the practices that they do.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is just the one place, you know, the mall. But if you move on to the second location, which is the
Yeah.
second location that you want to talk about?
The prison.
Aha!
So this this prison also very located very centrally. It is built in 1883 by the British, and it was still in operation until 2018, but
Yeah,
not as
quite
prison, but the police use that for lockup. So
like a
after 20,
remand, like a
yeah,
remand center
yeah. So
almost.
after that, it was totally abandoned. So
Yes. But in between, from the time it was built by the British
mm,
to the time that the local municipal government had used it as a remand center or a holding
mm,
center, in between that, during the World War II, the Japanese
ah,
were said to have used it as a POW camp.
mm,
So that's where it gets interesting.
yeah. Then you, if you know POW camp, what will they do lah? And then there's a famous well there where they said that during the World War, after they torture the POW, they beheaded these prisoners and throw the head inside the well.
Yes, they toss. But it is said there is no concrete literature. It is said, it is insinuated
Mm,
that General Yamashita would torture, could possibly have tortured, and when executed, toss the heads into this well.
so if you know
Now,
Singapore history, you think that they are they won't do the same thing over here, you know?
well, we
Yeah.
know of the war atrocities.
Yeah.
It's documented,
Mm,
highly documented here in Singapore in great detail.
yeah.
So I'm inclined to believe that it happened there as well.
Yeah.
And the area in which it is situated was mostly inhabited by Chinese.
Mm,
It
okay.
is very well known the
Mm,
hatred the Japanese harbored towards the
towards
Chinese.
Chinese. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So it wasn't just the prisoners of war being, you know, like British soldiers or Allied forces soldiers, but also the local inhabitants that were
Yeah.
around
Yes.
were also captured and tortured. So knowing how much the Japanese hated the Chinese, and they are in an area because trade was there. That's the Chinatown of JB
Yeah.
is very close there.
Yeah.
So they would have captured a lot of Chinese as well. So more and more, if we know the history of the place and circumstances around it, I am more inclined to believe that it could have happened.
Mm.
So you were there, right? As I
Yeah.
brought you through that.
Yeah.
And that spot must have been the courtyard where prisoners of that time had come out to enjoy some sun.
So Yat showed me a picture that he took not too long ago. The place was now the whole place is vegetation. That courtyard where the well is, even the well itself is covered with trees, the scrubs. When Yat took the picture, it was clear. So that was just after they abandoned the prison itself. So you can see within that 2018 to now 6 years how much of the vegetation have grown and covered the whole place.
Well, completely untended.
And we were mentioning about other paranormal groups visiting the mall. Same here. We have evidence of joss paper, joss stick, string,
Clear evidence. And string. Lots
string,
and lots of
strings on
string
the
tied
cell door. Yeah.
on the cell gates, And then as we talk about this, you have seen other footage where while they are filming their live, suddenly the gate closes.
They'll close.
I mean, it's great entertainment value. Great entertainment value because people who watch these things want to be scared, right? They watch because they want to be entertained. But how much do we compromise? How much do we compromise before we say, look, just for entertainment, are you willing to feed into people's fear? Just for that.
Oh, but the weight of that prison door is not light. So I don't know.
That's why I got a lot of string. You see or not how
To
much?
simulate the closing of the gate, I don't know how. By the point that they pull, it's so evident that you're pulling the gate.
Maybe the gate doesn't move very fast, but slowly
Yeah.
Then you can see from the string what kind of string it is. It's this kind of like transparent
yeah.
line.
Yeah.
It's like fishing line like that. It's transparent, so it doesn't appear very obviously.
Yeah.
No, to me, some of the strings are very obvious. Maybe through shooting at darkness, it's not that obvious. Maybe, yeah. But sometimes some of the investigation we see is like very obvious, lah. So, but, Army Fox is with us during the walk. Then she was mentioning that we came in from the point there was a different kind of cell block. That was like an 8-person kind of cell block.
I think it was 6 or something. Yeah, like the larger.
Yeah.
Larger
So
cells.
immediately she said that she saw some lost souls there already. Yeah. So
I'm not surprised.
yeah.
I'm not surprised because in places where there's hopelessness, right? That hopelessness is a very negative energy, and you're there for don't know how long. These holding cells and
then
stuff. So
and also so long the history 1883 is like don't know I mean over the years sure have
accumulated already.
The place was not known to execute prisoners, but for sure some people might have passed on due to illness, poor living condition, that kind of thing.
What about suicide? Think about that. Or murder, or gang fights, or there are many other reasons that there could have been death, not necessarily by hanging because it wasn't that sort of a prison. They were sent from there because it's more like a holding remand kind of a place, and then they were sent to another facility if they were to be hanged. But yes, there are many reasons that can cause death, like you just mentioned, sickness, illness, and then of course with the war.
Yeah.
So many other reasons that people could have died: torture, murder.
Inside one of the famous cell block, we did an experiment. So we light out a cigarette. So we put it out there, say that this for you, for you to enjoy. So we filmed the cigarette. So maybe could be natural kind of burning process, but we did see that it burned quite fast. Then the
So the
ash.
law of it is that if you light a cigarette,
Mm,
or you could even use incense, the rate at which it burns.
burn is faster than usual.
So that's the experiment, lah, so to speak.
Yeah, that's what.
Is it like you're giving an offering? Is it
Yes,
to the?
we did put it out there that
Ah, actually, okay. I think Ami did share with me, what she felt. She did told me that there wasn't any sinister, but it's more of despair. Like something like sadness, despair kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I think in line with what you were saying just now, that maybe it's due to sickness and so on, right? But he also did say there's no something like a revengeful spirit. Some places when there's a bit of like war, when they are killed in the war kind of thing, tortured, right? Some spirits they want to do revenge. They want to revenge. They're vengeful. But Amin told me that, hey, no lah, this place not don't have this kind of thing. So I mean, like, do you sense that, no? Sonia or KK, are you there that time? Doing,
No,
do you sense that?
I don't feel any sense of threat inside, right, Sonia?
No, I didn't feel any anger. There was nothing violent. There was no violent energy, if that's what you mean. But it's been abandoned and vacant for quite a while. There are other groups that go in, and I've seen this and I've heard of it. I've been, people have told me about it, where they go in and they try and invoke. To me, that's where it gets dangerous, where you go into places like that and you feel as if you need to harness the energy there, or you have a point to prove, and then you do invocation. And to me, that's where it gets a bit dicey, because it's a known place already that harbors negative energy, residual energy. Why should we make matters worse?
And I feel
it's like you're playing with fire.
Blatant disrespect to this. They already, when they're leaving, they're so. If they happen to perish at the prison, it could be due to a lot of very very sad case. Why do you want to go and kacau them? Yeah, that's what I feel. If I don't know, maybe they did show a certain level of respect, but I feel you have to.
Sometimes you just have to let them rest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was location
number
two.
Okay. And then we go to the main event, the abandoned hotel, where we did a day recce.
2 parts to this one. Yes.
We did a day recce in the morning, and then the TPC did their TikTok live stream in the evening. So we start with the background of this place.
Yeah. It was one of the first few hotels that was built in JB Town, actually. Now, JB Town, so how towns even come about in the first place is always, it has a center, then it grows out concentrically, right? It expands in that way. Now, JB Town was a successful port and harbor, and it was made successful mostly by Chinese entrepreneurs, Chinese businessmen. And this hotel was one of the first few hotels in that area, like a proper, more than 2-story shop house type of hotel. Now, as you walk in that area, you see some of the older parts are the old shop houses, right? But as we go further away, it becomes taller buildings, more modern. And this hotel was one such. But it was embroiled in a lot of financial tussles, usually the case, right? A little bit more interesting history is Achik's, Arai from Achik's team had been to that hotel when it was abandoned for not too long. So the furniture was still there. It was in a more pristine condition than when we went.
Yeah.
Correct.
And from the time it was built to the time we visited, a lot has changed, and we can see evidence of fire, a lot of vandalism, and people going in and destruction at the hands of people. So we do a daytime recce because we need to be aware of what the dangers are in daylight. We acquaint ourselves with the place. And that's exactly what we did. But even then,
a lot of almost everyone experienced something. So the first sign of the danger for me, we go up the stairs because it was raining the day before, right? So the whole building was dilapidated, a lot of cracks. In fact, actually, every place is leaking. So the staircase are all flooded, and a lot of moss is growing. That one is very dangerous, And the railing, they all took out the railing.
No railings.
Yeah, and the scariest part is, I think, there's a gap between the staircase to the main. This gap is, you got to notice the gap. Yeah, I don't know whether you notice that gap. To me, it's the scariest. Yeah, that's the scariest part. And then there was a door with nails on the door frame.
So there are physical dangers, right? When you go into places like that, physical dangers such as nails, glass, splinters, all of these things are the physical dangers. Then aside from the physical dangers, you've got the structural dangers like lift shafts, and the lack of railings and all those things. So if you don't do your daytime recce and you're not aware of these things, then how to go back at night?
Yeah.
Correct. I think it's essential and very important to do recce.
Yes.
Yes.
Because, I mean, like, okay, let's say if Sonia or Cici, they went there before, they will know it. But it's good to have a lot of people to spot all the dangers, So when we move as a team, right, everybody is taking care. And I love it, actually. You all can see that everyone is actually taking care of each other. We actually channel out the be careful the lubang here, this one got nail, this one wet. So we actually channel all the way to the back. This is which is, to me, is good. So everybody knows what they are, where they are going at night,
Yes, that awareness is paramount before you go into the building, and which is why we always share a little bit of background information about the place. You have to understand context. It should. I've watched enough lives and I've heard enough stories from people who say they make up all sorts of rubbish stories about places just to give it that added flavor. You tamba this, you tamba that, but none of it is true. And it becomes entertainment. But contextually, that extra information is important to why the place is the way it is. Knowing how long it's abandoned contributes to the feel of it. Do we know anything else about the building? Did someone die in there? All of those little bits of information help you build a larger picture about it. And to me, that's vital.
Yeah.
And the orientation walk as well, knowing where the dangers. And yes, as Achik said, all of us took that initiative to look after each other.
Yes.
To help.
Because we go as a group, even though we don't know each other, but our aim is to come together safely, live together safely. Yeah. Not to jeopardize. I mean, because all this impending danger, you really don't know. When you go in,
but that's why that's why you have me and Cici to do we do the recce first, and then we bring you guys.
All right.
And so far, even during the daytime, there was one interesting story that I think it was Ida and her son had shared, right, Achik?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please tell that. Please share that.
Okay. Actually, Ida Love and her son, her son is actually, they are quite very sensitive towards this kind of the energy from the entity itself, or the residual energy. Okay, so actually the son actually, he actually got the effect of it. He was like he was in this kind of nature, like you want to vomit kind of thing. So okay, on a spiritual point of things, right? If you felt compared to vomit, actually you are trying to vomit out. Your body is actually repelling energy out from yourself. So I would say that he is like a sponge absorbing things while we are walking along the way. And then they are quite I believe that they're very, very intrigued, or they're very, I mean, like, the sensitivity is more heightened when they are near to level 3, the burn room, or along the corridor. They actually, the Ida Love sense that, oh, there's not actually, there is a male entity down here, down there, who actually seems to not happy, and she heard that male entity was saying, come back again.
Yeah.
So we actually we did come back, which is at night.
Ayo. Yeah. Once we talk about the night time, then I share something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then on top of that, yeah, that's Ida Love and her son was having all that lah. They were like, you can hear, right, like want to vomit.
Laughing, you know.
And okay, from my side, actually, I have this one thing. I was talking with another Ida, Arai's wife, and Chacha. So we were actually, the three of us, we were near to the central, there the lift shaft, the staircase, no?
Yeah.
So while we are waiting, you all are from the corridor, right? Okay, so actually, while we are talking, then Arai's wife suddenly point to me, they say, like this. So I keep quiet. She was pointing like, okay, this is signal to listen. Correct. So I was like, okay, nothing. To me, nothing, leh. So we talk, we talk again. So we talk again, just I think about a minute, right? I heard from my left ear a voice, a husky kind of voice, like that kind of thing. And then I turned around. I was thinking, okay, maybe could there be Cici there somewhere there? Cici is walking somewhere there. I was like, okay, then let's find out. So I went and looked at the corridor. No one there. And then I walked into the room. There's no one there. But when I come back, I saw that Chacha and Ida
Left.
their face only like stone, like they were like stricken. Then I said, what's happening? Then Ida start to have panic. She start to have I think
Panic attack.
some kind of panic. She start to breathe, hyperventilate. She start to hyperventilate herself, and then she voice out, I don't know, fingers start to feel numb. Then I asked her what's happening. She heard laughter, a woman's laughter, and Chacha confirmed that as well, which is coming from the room that I just entered. So that's why I quickly, I told, let's get out from this place if she can't take it. I do a walkie. I told Sonia. I think Sonia responded, saying that I'm bringing Ida and Chacha to ground level and out from the building. It's also so that she can take a fresh air outside while she starts to calm down.
Calm down.
Calm herself down. And then when we reach outside, she start to, I can see there's an anxiety factor there lah. She start to fidget here and there. So I told her, let's turn around. Let's look at the road. Let's get your eyes away from the building, so that it doesn't play in your mind and so on lah. We try to make her calm down. So eventually she calmed down.
Yeah, to distract her. Yes.
So eventually she calmed down. And while we are, then after that we were, like chilling outside. And then came out Irfan, her mom, Arai. They were saying, we heard a woman laughter again. The same, I don't know whether it's the same or not, but we were like, the two of us, which me, Ida, and Chacha was like, huh? Laughter? So like, the same thing. And that was actually, I look at the time, it's only 10 plus AM. They give us a welcoming.
Yeah, I mean.
And the third floor, interestingly, daytime, and then again, the third floor will feature heavily at night. And because we had so many experiences on the third floor during that recce, or the orientation walk, it wasn't a recce, it was more like an orientation walk for you all. And we determined, that was the place to come back at night to see if we still felt the same way, same occurrences. It is more to bolster and to prove or disprove what we experienced during the daytime.
Yeah, correct.
Right? And so we left the place, all of us eventually left the place and revisited at night. And that was the main highlight of our trip. And this is where TPC had their live show. And not just the live show, you also did something else. Right, Achik? The isolation.
Yeah. The isolation. And I think uh, one of the isolation subject is KKing.
Okay. Yeah. So before my one is after midnight or second session. Oh, that one was a very exciting story, Wilton. But before that, there was Army Fox was doing one with Kachik. Then
Yeah.
they did it at the burn room, just outside the burn room. So
Mm.
during the live stream, they mentioned that they heard voices as well. That's what I got it.
Okay,
Then
so to give a little bit of background to the viewers,
the burn room.
now, yes, not just the burnt room, but the location itself. Everybody was downstairs at a determined spot.
Correct.
So, in for this isolation, even though Kachik was with Amy, nobody else was around.
Yes.
Right? Everybody was downstairs on the first floor, away from where the isolation was going to take place. Right? I want to make that clear to the viewers because they heard voices. Now, the voices that they heard couldn't have been anybody else because everybody else was on the first floor.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
So that was what they experienced. I think Ami also encountered a little girl ghost, you say? There was a little girl ghost was guiding her, like a friendly ghost lah, not a. Then my turn after when we shifted from the burn room to, because it's an L shaped kind of building, right? So in the
Yes.
middle that's the elevator shaft. So we went to the other side of the
Third floor.
on the third floor where Achik set up his rampart at into the chasm, the dark chasm. So that side really so there's really nothing. Then also when it's set up, there's occasional beeping sound. But so what Ami came in, she did a summoning. The right summoning of the spirits, just tell them that to indicate that they are there or something. Then as she left for a while, there was 5 distinct beeping of the rampart. Then that was after we shifted from whatever opportunity of getting wet or whatever to the rampart. 5 distinct beeping. So I'll mention to the rest that even when Achik went to pick up the rampart later, it didn't beep like that. It just Then beside that, so live stream is 2 hours long. Don't know how long the phone battery can last, right? So Achik has prepared a really powerful power bank, getting really fast.
It's a brick, the size of a brick.
Type-C fast charge kind of thing. And he got three cables. None of them work. And the best part is that the power bank show that it is discharging power, but the phone is not charging at all.
So where's the energy going?
Yeah. Then
what is the source of the drain?
Yeah, what is source of the drain? It's like the electrical gadget getting haywire is another strong evidence of this kind of maybe they want to show you that they are there. They have the power to not let you do your live stream, Then then I told Achik, say, okay, we can't charge here. Later we go down, we see whether evidently we filmed it. Once he plugged in the phone downstairs,
the phone is charging.
Charge.
No problem, right?
Normally.
There was no problem.
As per normal. It was charging as per normal.
Yeah. So Achik, do you normally encounter this kind of electrical malfunction or is it normal for your investigations?
Actually, especially when there is a device who actually device is actually I would say they are energy storing device like battery, right? Okay, there have been a lot of occasions since my early times, that the battery will just die off, or the energy is being drained while you enter a certain location. Okay. to me, I will get frustrated because people want to see the live,
Yeah,
people want
yeah,
to see through the camera, but you're not disturbing my camera, you know. It's like I put it in the live, right? It's the bread and butter of things lah, because we want to show to the people, right?
the viewers, yeah.
I will get agitated. In fact, actually, I invented a device that gives out a lot of EMF energy, which is called
Ah,
EM pump.
ah,
It's like, okay, since to the entity lah, if you want to feed on energy, I have this device that you can feed on.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot bring it on that night. In fact, it's because
Yeah.
it's bulky. It's quite bulky, you know. It's with all the 12-volt battery, the lithium battery, so it's a bit heavy for me lah. So I
Mm,
cannot bring that. And yeah, and we kena that kind of things. And
mm,
I would say that, yeah, this entity, they, not say all, but some of them do feed on energy.
mm.
And
Also, so
it's
they
good that
feed
they
on
feed,
it. Yeah,
yeah, it's good they feed on the energy of the device rather than they feed the energy of
of
human
your
beings,
human
no?
beings. Yeah.
Correct. So I mean, like, it's good lah, it's good. And I think you experience it yourself, right? You said you did even
Mm.
mention about the voice
Yeah,
that you heard.
yeah. So that I think close to the end of the live stream, I heard a male voice, which because okay, as you said, nobody during the isolation, nobody is there. But happened that Sonia and Cici is on one level up, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. But I don't know whether you guys are exactly at the same location that we are doing filming, or just happen to be at a stairwell. So what I heard was a, a very evident male voice clearing his throat or like sneezing kind of sound, very loud. I don't know if this is captured during live stream. So after that, I thought it was Chichi, because definitely not you and me. So
So
I asked Sonia, is it Chichi? Then Sonia said it wasn't Chichi. So who was it?
okay, so the reason that we are in the building is it's to keep you safe, right?
Mm.
I told you I was not going to be far, and I need to be able to respond quickly should anything happen during the isolation. So Chichi and I had positioned ourselves just one floor above where you were, but we were completely silent so that we don't interfere in your process and in your experience. We're just there. Our presence is there, but that's all. And totally silent. So if you mention that you heard a male voice, I can tell you with 100% certainty it's not Chichi.
Okay.
And it's definitely not
I
going to be
think
me. I'm not, my voice not so manly.
No, no. Definitely not Sonia.
actually, when Tiki,
Mm.
when you heard that, right, you were asking me, I heard it. I remember I mentioned I didn't hear it though.
Oh, is it? Because
I didn't hear it.
you are so bothered by the battery, so yeah. So I was wondering because this kind of like because we're living in HDB flat,
Mm.
somebody clearing the throat is like a very normal kind of thing. It's like it's accounting like
Yeah,
your
but
name.
that is not normal in an abandoned
You're not
in
like,
an abandoned hotel, you know.
Yeah, correct.
so yeah, at that point it's like I was still doing like everyday life. No, I'm not in the everyday. I'm in this abandoned hotel. So the where the rampart is, the whole place is a alley, is a corridor all the way down. So you beside there are water dripping sound lah. Because as I mentioned, the place is leaking water, but a lot of sound. I don't know whether the live stream captured, but as a person there, you hear sounds that is unsettling. But because Ami did her summoning, so she did twice, and
Yeah.
the second time it was she said that it's the really a major. And I remember 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then your screen went black.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Correct.
Five, four, three, two,
The
one.
phone
Then
just went blank like that.
your
I was
light
like,
went black.
wow, that one really trigger me. No? I become more like, alamak, you like if you're in front of me, entity, I want to. I felt like that. No? Like,
Because
a bit
because it's not dry yet. I think that you have 14% or something. Then
yeah.
but the it went blank the moment she said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then blank.
Yeah, correct. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. It become black screen.
Yes. You need to, it's not the whole phone you need to reset or just the TikTok app. The whole phone itself, right?
Well, the whole screen. So what I did, I think I turned on the button, switch on the power button, and then go into the TikTok, and miraculously TikTok is still
Resume. Yeah.
I resume back the live lah. That means they never throw the live out lah. It's still there. So I managed to resume back, and I think when I heard it lah, when I start to resume back, right, they heard all the bad words from my mouth.
Oops.
Of cursing.
Yeah, maybe that was the period when you're so frustrated with your live stream, get cut off like this. That was when I heard the male voice. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So from my experience, is a lot of these embodied voices, and that makes me more believe than actually see anything. Voices like consistently daytime, nighttime, we keep hearing voices. Yeah. So yeah.
For me, my experience was a little bit different. I did not hear voices. You all know that I can feel. I can't see. I can't. I want to say not yet, but also a bit scary to say that. So why the third floor was an important point in my experiences as well, because during the daytime orientation walk on the third floor, I could already feel a heavy energy in the long corridor around the L.
Oh.
Then at night, when I went up onto the third floor, and this was during when everybody was starting to settle downstairs, I went back into the building, and on that third floor, that I was looking for that L-shaped turn to get to the other part of the other wing, right? Now I had come up the stairs, I was on the third floor, and I know the place quite well because it's not my first time there, right? And then we got daytime orientation walk also. So I went up, and as I was walking, anticipating the turn to the left, I couldn't find it. And I ended up walking up and down, looking into, because there's room entrances on the left and the right.
Yeah.
I was looking, and I have my torches with me, looking left, looking right, checking each room, knowing that one of the doorways will lead to that turn, that mini lobby where the lift shafts are, and then it goes into that wing.
Even see the shaft.
Couldn't find it.
Wow.
And then I thought to myself, okay, maybe I'm on the wrong side. Maybe I'm a bit disoriented because of the dark.
Yeah,
and I turned around and I walked down the same corridor, again checking into each room. And I come to the end, and I still couldn't find. I still couldn't find it. So I was like, okay, hang on a second. One more time. Turned around and I walked. Now, I don't scare that easily because I've been doing this quite a while, right? And I already stated my intention the minute I got there. We know my natural aura and all that. So turned around, walk again. I said, okay, that's it. Just one more time. Walk, check again, check again, check again. None of the entrances led to that lobby, to that wing. After that, I gave up. I said, okay, that's it lah. Really don't want me to go down there. So I went back down to the same stairwell and I exited because I couldn't find my way at all. And this was a clear sign that they didn't want me to go the other side. What they call the veil.
And it's called 鬼遮眼.
Cover the eyes.
Yeah. So the wing where the burn room is, you're at the
So
other.
I had walked past it, but it was to the wing where I had felt something very heavy. That side. I wanted to go that side. I wasn't able to go that side.
Maybe it's good also, not to. Was Cici near you?
No,
that time?
I was alone.
That was before my isolation or
before your isolation.
Oh.
Before your isolation. And this is actually more towards when they were setting up camp downstairs. When you all were preparing your live, the different live shows and all that, I had gone back up.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's
so for things to happen to me is not very not very common.
So for follow up to Ida and her son, right? The entity tell them to come back at night, and I was with them outside. They staunchly don't want to go in back again because they know that if they go in, don't know what
Yeah.
will happen to them. So
Yeah. So
did
they
they
stayed
follow up? Will you
downstairs.
guys say that what will they anticipate if they actually go back to the no? But Irfan went back,
Irfan
Yes,
went back.
went in the building, yeah.
Ifan
But
went.
yeah. So did they mention that if they actually go back, what will happen? Do you guys reveal during after the session or anything?
I think they got mentioned to me that they never like specifically said things lah. They just said that because of the Ida Love was they said to me that she heard about the male voice was saying please kind of come back lah, like kind of thing. Yeah, come again, something like that. So I for her she did not dare to.
Yes.
But I think for Ifan, because I didn't know Ifan on a personal level a bit. He is, he just want to go. Okay, you make me feel scared. Okay, never mind. Still want to pursue. I still want to grow, that kind of thing.
It's
But he
like
went in with Army Fox,
prove a point.
yeah,
Uh,
and he went in with Army Fox actually. Because I think they got a back end talk about okay, maybe Army Fox might able
help him
to take care of
in
him
case, yeah.
on spiritual level. So they never tell me specifically why lah. But I know that they are quite, especially for Ida Love, she is quite disturbed about that voice stated come again. Please come again.
Yeah, it sounds very like intimidating, like daring you to,
Yeah.
yeah. From that's she mentioned to us in the daytime as well. So then I seeing the response that she didn't want to experience the thing at night. So it could be the gene of the place,
And I think what is so ironically right, that hotel is a plan B, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The other place is a plan A. So actually, when we go for
We
the
were not
orientation
going to
walk,
do a live stream.
she heard this please come again.
Mm.
After things turn around, and then we suddenly decide to go plan B. So she put it in coincide with that voice, that
Yes.
sentence.
Yeah.
Please come again.
Random. Yeah. So it's as if the voice knew that we would
That
be
we will
back.
go back again. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, so I think that's why that really sent shivers in her spine kind of thing lah. Like wow, everything is so coincide. Before we plan for even though we haven't decide for plan B, it's already it's already
It
decided.
was it was kind of decided for us because initially the intention was to do the night investigation in another location, and
Correct.
it things happen on the ground. We have to react on the ground, so we changed the night location. But there was no way we would have known that
No.
when we did our orientation walk.
Yeah.
Precisely.
I was kind of creeped out also when I link the two things together when they come again, come back again, then
And we have to.
really went back again.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a bit of apprehension It's like when you ask me what to do isolation, it's like if you ask me to do alone, I don't think I can do it. But I would want to and also the main thing that before you go in, you told me something about the tree safety. We want to tell because I find it very, very assuring and useful for future people who want to experience this, because Achik really put it the tree safety that maybe he can share with you guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, like I always brief to all the participants or followers that safety in paranormal has three forms, which is number one is the physical safety. I mean, like the physical safety refers to dangers on the ground. You can like the nails, the slippery floors, the holes, the open spaces that you can fall down. Something that is physical that you can see, and you can avoid in all the possibilities. Second thing is about I would say is on the spiritual safety. Spiritual safety is when that thing or the entity would like to attach to you, possess you, and then it can lead to attachment on you, and then you go back home. They follow you till you back home, and so on. So on spiritual safety, we have someone who is into spiritual that is able, or that can help you out if there is such thing that happens, on the ground. And the third one that I emphasize is emotional safety. Emotional safety is something that not many people, or they really look upon it. Okay, emotional safety, they sometimes never spook you. This entity, they never spook you, they never attach to you, but what they do, they might manipulate or influence you by telling you, oh, this guy try to be brave, he think he more better than you, that kind of things, and you will develop negative feelings. So I would like to emphasize this on emotional safety. At the end of the event, at the end of activity, whatever is there, keep it down there. Your mind needs to be focused, objective on things, and look at upon your emotions, so that after events you don't quarrel, you don't go into the point of conflict. Usually I see that happen most of the time, especially on collaborations. And I think, and for us, right, this is a wonderful collaboration between TPC and the Wanderers, which we want to a long lasting friendship as well. So we emphasize this often. Emotional safety we regard it as a safety precaution as well. So everybody will take care of their thoughts, their thing. Yeah. So whatever is there, we leave there. We don't talk behind. We don't even people say talk back lah. Talk back and talk back someone. So yeah, this is very, very important lah. Very important.
And then there's the other thing that we do when we're done with the activity is never go straight back. Like stop somewhere first.
Correct.
Those are the usual protocols lah.
Yeah.
Boleh pak, tu makan. Yeah, every activity, after activity sure hungry one.
Energy drain.
Drain,
Yeah.
drain
So,
physically, mentally. Because like Sonia mentioned, if she have experienced something like this, if those are really at the extreme end, she totally sap out of energy, right? Yeah.
yes.
You will be
Yeah.
this is a regular occurrence of people who are sensitive to this kind of thing. They always have the same thing, like they be drained after.
Yeah.
As
Yes.
you mentioned, they consume the energy either from your electrical gadget or from human being. So I believe that is
Yeah. Because we are energetic beings. We all run on an electric current, So your heart, how do you restart? Your heart is, you send an electric current through it to restart the heart.
Yeah.
So we all have a certain voltage.
Yeah.
So all the stuff that we've talked about, the different locations, the things that we do on our Parabex tour, right? We share our experiences with the viewers. If you want to come on any of these, we have the next one lined up already.
Yes.
It's once a month. We've been doing this once a month. We're already on to our third one. Yes, and that takes place very soon.
Yeah. We'll be away from Malaysia. This time we'll be to another location. Cross the sea. We don't really cross the sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why now you really have to cross the sea. But please feel free to ask questions about what it is that we're doing. KK, thank you so much for coming on this
problem.
last one. Now you're truly out there already. You are no longer just sitting and you experience these things for yourself.
You don't know, because I always told Cici and Sonia, say, you go lah. I just experienced from your point of view. Because I'm not that because okay, as you mentioned about the tree safety thing, I'm afraid that I might carry some bad juju or negative energy back home. You see, we got kids at home, we got wife, we got parents at home. I don't want. There's a level of, I don't know, any residual thing that, So if, from my experience, that if we can clear at that point there and then, we are not there. We are in the first place. We tell them that we are not there to like playing a fool. We are there just to experience, and I believe the whatever things there. But of course, our viewers, I'm sure that people who they say that it's easier said than done. There are always this impending danger. It might be easy here and now location. It's true, but it's part of paranormal investigation and urbex. You know, even though there might not be anything there, it's the history. Why this place been abandoned? What was it previously? You know, that's how the history. If so, the trip itself
impacts the, and that is why we do what we do, right? And that's why we do things a certain way.
Yeah, it's like you get to know this. I mean, it's always easy to go there for shopping but how about these places, these nooks and cranny that you never ever have paid attention to? This is backstory of these places. And now we know, and there are so many of these places within our neighboring countries.
Yep.
It's like,
as long as you have a natural curiosity, right? You're welcome to come with us. We've spoken about some of these.
It's not just paranormal. And like Achik and the TPC people, they don't force you to do anything. You want, you just, if you don't want, it's perfectly fine as well.
Yep. Correct.
No.
So happy you got to come and experience it.
No, I mean for me, partly for the podcast as well, I can share. Yeah, but the apprehension, the doubts before going through it, that's why I've kept quiet for a very long time. You never notice.
No, I noticed. That's why I told you, I said, KK, I'm not going to be very far.
Yeah.
Anything, I'm right there. So, you don't have to worry.
So even at that hotel, beside that, there's also some other location. There was a abandoned childcare center. Yeah. So Achik mentioned to me that during daytime, it was a parking lot for people. So people just come and park their car. The building there abandoned. They also it's an everyday occurrence.
It's just part of their landscape.
Yeah, just part of the landscape lah. Huh?
No, it's paid car park. That one.
Paid ah.
Who collected? So there's a little gantry out in the front.
Yeah.
So this is very opportunistic. The land has been abandoned. They just set up car park there. Whoever, it's a one-time entry kind of pay per parking, one-time payment type of a thing. So you can leave your car there. People who work around the area just park their car there all day. But how enterprising, right? The land is not claimed, and then they just set up a gantry like anyhow also can, and then just collect money. Like that, I also want.
No, but who is the person to collect the money?
But one guy, I ever see because during the data recce that I went with Cici, we saw the guy.
Who employed that guy?
They don't know law. Whoever's operating this illegal car park.
So it is by right you can just park. No need to.
But you must pay because got somebody there collecting ma.
Yeah. Then behind the childcare center, there's this abandoned building also. It's like a living quarter.
A house. It's actually a house. And it's one of those old colonial type houses. And at the back of it, there were servant quarters. And in one of the corners of the servant quarters, it is said that, I don't know how this information even was perpetuated. Something about possible suicide, because there were some very sad words written on the wall.
Right. In Malay. I read it. And I feel like, this is quite distressed kind of, the words that was used possible.
I saw there are two walls. One already quite faded off. The other one doesn't look like very long time ago. I got a feeling.
Yeah, you got to remember that people do come into these spaces, right? To do whatever lah.
Yeah. So there are definitely stories, whether it's documented. Because during the day that we do the live stream, there was a local Johor residents who came and
Arai's friend.
Yeah. And he stayed at the hotel before just before the hotel closed. So he actually saw that the place was bustling with visitors,
Yeah.
I think it was this particular hotel, open, close, open, close. I think it went
Oh,
through a few
many.
changes.
Mm.
And Arai has an interesting story about this place because he did a live stream before or something,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Achik?
Mhm.
Over
Yeah.
there?
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
What did he see?
about, I think, about back then, about 5 years around there, or uh, maybe 5 to 6 years before this, he actually did a recording,
Mm.
previously before he joined TPC lah, before he joined the Paranormal Consultants, he was with another team. He went there, I think there are four of them, two guys and two ladies. So while they are upstairs, they say they were at the second floor, they heard a, a voice of a woman like shrieking or shouting,
Mm.
loudly at the vicinity. So both of them, the two guys, they actually quickly went down. But he said back then it wasn't as messy as right now, as the time that we went
But
lah.
but was
Ah,
already abandoned, right? Was
yeah,
already
abandoned. Correct.
vacant. Yeah. Okay.
Correct. And then he also saw what intrigued him was the white
The
linen that
loose,
was actually hanging.
yeah.
Like the
We
loose
do the.
for people to commit.
It's still there.
You know.
We took picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very scary to
And then
see. Yeah.
And then he said he went down, right? He went down with his partner, right? And go straight to the car, which is just outside there, you know, and ask the two ladies at the car, "Hey, is it you all the one shouting, screaming?" They said no, but they also heard it. So it was captured in their video.
Yes. He showed me the
However,
video. Yeah.
they confirm it that there wasn't anyone in the building at that point of time.
Mm.
It's only them two guys, and at the car is two ladies. So question mark, who's the one that shout?
And then on
Definitely
our trip also they heard a female laughter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's the Chacha and Arai's wife.
Ida.
Yeah.
yes.
So coincide?
No,
So
I think it's quite
Mm.
consistent. I mean, even during my isolation, the voice and Ida Love heard the comeback night. So all these add up. You can be skeptical. I would say that
Well,
I
we
believe. I
we we
believe.
turn it back to the viewers,
Yeah.
share with us what you think about all that you've heard.
yep.
But if you wish to experience this for yourself,
Mm,
we have the next one coming up.
yes.
And
Yes.
You all want to talk more about it?
Achik?
No, November
Remember?
7, 8, 9. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. 8, 9, 10 or
8,
something.
9, 10.
8, 9,
8,
10.
9, 10.
Yeah.
It's a
Eight.
Friday evening. So the best part about these trips and how we plan them is it's 2 days and 2 nights, meaning that you don't need to take any leave whatsoever. We begin our movement after work on a Friday. So you can still work on a Friday, then we make our way across or wherever it is that we are going, and then tour proper or the itinerary begins on Saturday morning. So it takes place over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. By Sunday night, we bring you back.
Mm,
So no need to take any leave,
yeah.
2 days and 2 nights.
Yep. That's the best thing. No need to take leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And you
So,
still get to do these activities. It's planned out for you. And there are pockets of time to do other things
yeah.
as
So
you wish.
the past one was so we did the recce half day, then after that, R&R. Replenish.
Yeah, because you
some rest.
you have to get some rest because of the
Yeah.
night activity.
Night activity.
And the night activity will extend into the night, like past midnight kind of a thing, ma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first time you're at Kota Tinggi, you did until 4 a.m. So luckily this time
Yeah.
was only about 1 a.m. because
1 plus or
we
2.
were forced to cut the live stream because the phone cannot charge.
Battery.
Correct.
So
Yes.
one,
Even though if the battery can still sustain, right? I think 1 plus 130. Actually, I think I informed to Sonia that around 1 plus to 130 around there, we will
Yes.
call it off. Because even though I mean, like for Army folks, right? She even mentioned it's actually the zone, right? Is between 11 to 1.
oh,
The active zone that she knows lah. Communicating with down there. So she said the zone is between 11 to 1.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So we are around there.
Yeah. Some
Yes. So
other
if, you know, if
culture they
any,
say it's 3 a.m. Yeah. So yeah.
So the next trip, we mention
say ah.
Okay, we are going to an island, a well-known island
Yeah.
in Indonesia, but not very far. We're going to Batam. So this is quite intriguing, I think, because Indonesia has their own sets of legends, stories,
Laws.
history.
Yeah.
So
Laws. Yes.
yeah, it's not just on the paranormal side, but the building the urbex side as well.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yes. So if you're
what is not there?
into what we do, then by all means ask any of us.
Yeah, all the
And
information will be shared for this video. So now the TPC they created a TikTok called Parabex TikTok channel where they uploaded all the nicely made video I've been sharing on my Facebook as well. Because that is really
yes.
brilliantly done.
I
It's
think
my
the
chacha.
account is a shared account lah. I mean like the Parabex account, not 3C.
Oh, but yeah, lah, but
Yeah, with
yeah, I
But
mean,
it's handled by Chacha lah. For that.
yeah. So we
yeah, I can't handle anything else aside from my day. There's just no way.
yeah.
But Parabex also has an IG page. So
Yeah.
please feel
Join
free to
the
follow both and
Right.
have a look at what it is, especially if you're curious about what Parabex is.
yeah. So the next one, November 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Likely will go lah. I haven't been to Batam before.
What?
I never been to Batam before. Never.
Then you should.
Wow.
My impression of Batam, I mean, I have some relatives who stay there or some extended family. Yeah. Yeah. So, but
Interesting.
my idea of Batam is always like, Singaporeans just go there to
For
shopping.
what?
Shopping lah. I don't want to say anything else lah. The meal will go there for some extra curriculum. So that's why I never go. So I definitely don't know what is happening there.
So fast, you say.
Must say this first, ma.
Yes, must say. Keep yourself safe. Okay.
Hey, Achik, could you share some maybe just one good solid encounter you had as you say you started 2008, right? Then you say that when you're young you have this fascination about the paranormal. Yeah, maybe can you share one solid story with our viewers before we close tonight?
Yeah. Alright. Okay. This happened when I was about primary 3, primary 4. That
So young.
age. So I was staying at Bukit Batok, and the old HDB. Our door, right? The door there is a small steps. Usually there's a small steps.
Yes.
That
Those
goes
old
up
time.
Yeah.
to the door. Yeah.
Correct, to the door.
Corridor.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I love to do drawing when I was young. So one evening I think about 5 plus, I was sitting with my leg outside, out of the so-called the grill, right?
Grill,
And I was happily drawing. Then I heard the voice of my neighbor, which I call Cik Sebelah. Cik Sebelah is neighbor auntie lah, like that lah. So when I heard the voice, like she was talking something which actually I didn't cannot hear what they're talking about, but I can hear a voice. So I was like, hey, Cik Sebelah, I was calling. Next door auntie, like that. Then, okay, I will show you with a visual. Then, just imagine I was this is the grill. Okay, you see the camping there. So I was holding like this, and I was like, hey, neighbor auntie, I was saying that. Then at the wall of the side, right, something came out like this.
A head.
Yeah, a head which is on 90 degree came up from the side wall and was looking at me in the eyes.
Whoa!
But okay, humbly, I said at that point that I wasn't scared, but I was more to curious. I was actually asking, "Who are you?" Okay, I can still remember until now. It's the skin is dark. It's actually quite peeling. Like somebody is being barbecue like that, burnt. So it was peeling. Okay, like this, right? It was peeling. gravity, fall down. So it was spinning from here. The ice is like normal ice, but the white, right, the white side, the white color is actually red. So it was looking at me and was like in a kind of like a low ground, like that. And it was like the heat is 90 degrees. So I was like this, I was looking at it, and I was even asking, who are you? At that point of time, I was more too curious. I wasn't scared. And that for that short moment, right? After that, it goes back to the wall. When it goes back to the wall, boom! My father came back and come into the scene. Come in front of the in front of the door. Yes, my father came back from work. I asked my father, "Did you saw somebody?" My father said, "No." From that wall to the nearest staircase, you have to walk like 2 set of corridor window. And it cannot be like this. Okay, it just go out from the door. Bam, my father come in simultaneously. My father didn't see it, so actually I saw that. And yeah, so that was the question over time. All the years when I was young, that point of time during my primary school, what is that? What is that? What is that?
So that is the point of inception for you.
Precisely. So I want to know what is that until to the point. Okay, when they say it's ghost, when they say it's jinn, when they say it's entity, then it becomes more so called it developed from there. What is entity? What? How? When? Where? You know? The 4W1H all come out. They luckily never come out all the Ishikawa fishbone technique. Yeah, but it's that's where my curiosity comes in. And then as we delve into it, right? As we delve into this, I will say this kind of feel, right? That is actually you will actually you'll find that there's more and more and more. So as I open up, okay, how about other faith kind of belief? What do other people believe in? You know? So yeah.
That's the interesting part in living this part of the world where we have like the converge of we have so many different type of religion, right? Then in between religion, like how do Chinese? I mean, when I was young, I don't know things like Jipon, but I might have seen it. I might have friends who seen it, but we don't know what is it. And why do we know? Why do we have seen it, but we don't know that it was that from the Muslim religion, that kind of thing. But we are living in this melting of multiple language, races and religion, and you know we got all these different laws. Like even like if we go to Batam, they have their own laws. Are we going to be able to experience the things that is there, or will they manifest into something that we will recognize? Right? Yeah.
Cultural, these are cultural affections. That's why when we talk about how energies manifest, it is affected and influenced by the cultural affections of that place.
Correct.
Remember,
Correct.
we talked, we have spoken about this before, and it's true. Even though we are in Southeast Asia, within the Southeast Asian countries, already they have such different manifestations, and we could talk about that for much longer. But let's see what comes out of the next trip.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. Yeah. Like Sonia now, she herself is in Chennai.
No, I'm not in Chennai. I'm in a place known as Palani. I'm very far from Chennai now.
It's southern part of India.
It's all so the South India is made up of 5 different areas. Tamil Nadu is one of them. Palani is in Tamil Nadu, but Tamil Nadu is a huge place. And I'm here for more of a spiritual tour, spiritual experience, and I have collected a few stories already from here, which we will talk about next time. Yes, and I have my own personal experience.
Like even like Cici, he recently went on retreat to Da Nang in Vietnam, so I suppose he has stories to share as well.
He went urbexing.
Yeah. So I saw the castle.
Yeah, the castle. Yeah.
So you have to stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots happening.
I think we have a little time to share some news, some laughs lah. Let's share some laugh before we call it the night. Okay, let me do the.
What's happening? What's funny today? Oh, by the way, it's full moon tomorrow, huh?
Oh, what's happening in the full moon?
A lot of prayers, a lot of special prayers will be done here in India.
Hey, can you
because
guys
it's full moon
see?
tomorrow?
You can see the screen?
Yep.
I can see.
So this one is article
Mothership.
shared on Mothership. It's about man driving from Johor to Tuas on a dark, stormy night. He claimed that he saw a lady in black on his car rear seat. So basically, it's a story lah. So yeah, he shared like when he driving through the second link, I suppose. Then he keep peering back, and there was a dark lady sitting on the back of his car. So
Ooh, passenger.
how we call it?
Three-
Hitchhiker. So, but he mentioned he was driving at 4 in the morning. So if you are skeptical, it could be fatigue lah. So actually also same thing when if TPC is doing the live at 4 in the morning. I think people are going to get tired also. You start seeing things, start hearing things also. We got to be at the prime physical condition to experience all these things. Yeah. Okay.
Well, even that is managed, right? So we try not to end too late.
Yeah, so quite a few stories of late of people like between the causeway, seeing things, hearing things. Maybe I think
I
it's
haven't come across this story. This is the first time I'm seeing it.
Mm.
But then again, I'm not very updated. I'm on the
These
move
are
so
like
much.
tabloidy kind of stories. Not you won't find it in Channel News Asia, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one
Yeah.
is about
What's
two
this?
men.
I saw it. I saw the video.
They went Johor. This is the
Wild
it's not
boar, huh?
supernatural lah, but the back
Oh, this is
the tiger.
tiger. Was it a tiger?
Yeah, the
Was it a
tiger.
tiger?
But the scary part is that you go fishing, then the place of it is like, I mean, sometimes we even like with Sonia, we went deep into certain kind of forested area. Like even the most recent, the few of us, we went to, when was the last?
The last one, the one with KK, right?
Yeah, with KL and so
I'm sorry, not KK. I mean KL. Yeah.
we heard a animal, very loud animal, and we thought it's a monkey like charging towards us. Because we are hitchhiking, we don't know what to prepare for if an animal attack. You see, so
While we're hiking, yeah.
Yeah, it happened that it was hornbill. It was a
giant hornbill. So and that's why it was moving so fast in the treetops because it can fly. So if it was a monkey, because there's so many different animals that are in the forest, right?
Yeah.
And I never heard this call before.
Same.
And then I realized why, because it was a giant hornbill. And I followed it because you guys went by a different route to the summit. I took a harder way up. And I could hear it. So I followed the call until there was an opening in the trees. And as I approached it, because it was very, very close already, it took off. It flew. And it was such a massive bird that I could hear its wing flaps. It went whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
And then I saw it. I was like, oh my God.
Very
I've never seen that before.
right?
It's the majestic giant hornbill.
It's like for the rest of us, we don't know whether any kind of dangerous animals was coming to within the vicinity. You don't know how to prepare. Like, so in this case, they're native people there. I think near Tioman, they're fishing. Then the best part is that the tiger, he purposely snatched the bag with iPhone inside.
So the bag must have smelt of food. The tiger is not going to attack unnecessarily. It will hunt prey. So I don't know if these guys were in a protected area, which they're not supposed to be in.
Maybe they are, because they mainly went for fishing. So I saw their Tik Tok video is mainly to show off their fish that they caught. So they know where is the best fishing area. The best fishing area usually is the deeper into the.
Yeah. So they shouldn't have been there in the first place then.
Yeah. No, then the tiger just appeared. Luckily, the tiger didn't maul on them, just steal the bag. So maybe there's food inside, but there's iPhone inside also lah. So the tiger is quite smart. Maybe later he will sell away the iPhone.
But when I saw this video, right, I actually was quite amazed with these two guys. The one that recording, right, and then the one is at the front, right.
Yeah, one is recording.
They were quite calm. They never make sudden gestures or movement which might, trigger the instinct.
Yes.
Correct.
If they start running, it will automatically send the tiger into hunting mode, which means that activated, then they will run and then they will pounce. Yeah. But I also heard that the two guys ended up in trees while waiting to be rescued or something like that. Tigers can climb trees. No point going up in the tree.
They can swim also in the water.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like maybe you just should not be in their habitat at all.
In this case, sacrifice the iPhone, get safety for your life. It's worth it.
Better you give up your iPhone than give up your life. Okay? Yes. iPhone can buy again. Your life cannot buy again.
Correct. Later can ask for iPhone 16 already.
Yeah. I don't think iPhone 16.
Yeah, the old iPhone lost can ask for iPhone 16 lah.
Yeah. True. They can buy a new one. Then go back fishing again, then steal again. Okay, the last one. It's quite sad story. Is in Japan. So the story is that this guy, he and his mother wasn't in contact. So he, for 10 years or something, then happened that he went back to this house. He didn't even know that whether the mother stayed there or not. So you get cleaners to kind of clean. Then you look at the house, they're hoarding, all this junk inside. When they clean, they found the dead body of the mother.
Yeah.
So this
so sad.
This is a phenomenon in Singapore. Not in Singapore
as well.
India,
yes.
So there's this China News Asia series about dying alone, where it's very sad lah. Old people who maybe they don't have family or whatever, who happen to, if anything happens to them, they'll just be inside the house until people will smell something decompose. So
please check on your loved ones.
Check on loved one, whether estranged or not, whatever. Like friends.
I think one of the simple things that they can do is you can put CCTV, as part of a monitoring device as well.
But the eldest people usually they don't. No, I mean, in this case, in this story itself, I think the son and the mother are not talking.
So estranged.
He won't even install any CCTV. But a lot of stories, even those shared in Channels News Asia, a lot are strange. They choose not to. But even if you are strange to your family, your neighbors, keep a lookout, right?
Yeah, just help look out.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I wonder what made him suddenly decide to go back.
10 years.
Because if you say that he's estranged, right, then suddenly decide that he wants to go and look for his mom after 10 years.
I don't think he looked for his arm. He wanted to get back the place.
Oh.
Because in the article I read that the father passed away, the sister married off or someone. Then I think he want to get back the place lah. Whether how small the place is a property, right? So during clearing, then I found that the mom is buried there.
So he didn't know that his mom's no longer.
It just happened that he didn't know that the mom still stayed there. He never saw the mother. So
The story is like a lot of missing information at it.
Actually, what intrigued me was that it stated that the mom was missing for 10 years. Just imagine 10 years. How
she was missing for 10 years.
Oh my gosh! But she was there in the house the whole time.
Yes. No process according to the man for.
I think her body is among all these items.
The hoarded stuff.
The hoarded stuff, correct. So technically, she wasn't missing. She just there, but
Yeah.
they cannot find her.
Yeah.
But was
But
possibility.
because they couldn't find her because she was dead.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't
That,
any information about the whether the son purposely looked for. It's just that it talk about the cleaner when it clean. Then it's just that the mom disappeared for 10 years. That's all. So this is a natural occurrence more and more in our society. So keep a lookout. And also, if we are into this kind of paranormal investigation, this one will have definitely something to investigate lah later on. You know, you you don't
Yeah.
want us to come and investigate for you. No, lah, but yeah, just it's very sad. People are a lot of people choose not to just want to stay alone.
Mm.
Yeah, and no kids, no, yeah, very sad. But that's our society nowadays lah. So, but it's okay. Can come and join us on our Parabex, make friends, join our group. Then we can every day check on each other, right?
Yeah.
Share
yeah,
our
that's a plus point.
video. Yeah, share our video, share our all our Instagram pictures. Yeah, then you can talk
Yep.
about what you have experienced in that location. Then you form a little bit of bond. Yeah, now we have a bit of bond with each other, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Because all of
so
us have very similar interests.
yeah.
Correct.
So thank you so much to Achik for taking time off to join us. Yeah.
Thank you for coming on
Yeah.
the
And
show.
Sonia, I know it's
Welcome.
tough for you to rush to this location. Yeah. Yeah.
I was
So
on the road for 6 hours, but I'm very glad to have been able to make it.
yeah.
It's a shame that Cici cannot be here with
Yeah,
us because he's very much part of
all right. Yeah.
of the Parabex as well as out there.
Yeah. So we'll definitely accommodate his the next episode lah. Because this episode we got Achik. I don't want to hold him further because we arranged the time then. Yeah. So
Understand.
yeah, the coming episode we'll definitely get Cici. Maybe he can share what he felt during the this Parabex itself also. Very a nice
Yes.
insight also because sometimes he feels some different other things also. So
Yes, he offers a different perspective,
Correct. Yeah.
another set of experiences that we may not necessarily share.
Correct.
So
Yeah. But even that the past trip he has work commitment, so he came the next day. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. A surprise then early in the morning, breakfast. Oh, Cici is here.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Achik. Anything you want to share? Anyone I want to tell people about TPC or anything? Last words or anything for our viewers? Not many viewers, but still we have viewers from Australia, from Malaysia. Yeah. Anything you want to share?
Okay, I think for me, I just like to say thank you also to KK and also Sonia for for inviting, for being for giving me the platform to share as well. And yep, I hope to see everyone again for our next trip and onwards from here onwards. I hope that everybody is in good health.
Yeah.
I'm just now I'm a bit disturbed on a recent case of recent news. Friends as young as as my age just pass on after getting cancer. Two sets of cancer in one time. Blood. I think leukemia and also colon. So yeah, I just want to share that. Get yourself. Take care of your health. Take care of your health.
Mental
And
health
your
as
mental
well, right?
health as well.
Yeah. Recently, you're spreading the words for the World Mental Health Day. Yeah, I think
Yes,
that's very
correct.
important as well.
Yes, do check
Okay,
in. Do check in.
for that, for mental health and for physical health, I'd like to say you can join us on our trainings.
Yeah.
We have trainings every single Saturday. And once a month, we have Malaysian hikes, and then once a month we have Parabex.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of activities, that take care of all these different things, and you're welcome to come join us, make more friends.
Yeah, a bit of sun.
Yes.
Yeah. Because like for Achik, they like, I mean, even for us, like we know that a lot of nocturnal activity. So it's even more important you get more sun to balance off that's the spiritual part, like, you know what I mean?
I do get a lot of sun actually. Just on the particular event, of course, it's at night.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no
Oh,
choice.
we went daytime also, man. We got a lot of sun as
Yes,
well. When we
that's
went.
yeah.
No, but
Correct, correct.
I'm telling our viewers that for
Yes.
us it's like, you know, when I went out, that's where we really get a lot of positive energy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Then you balance out. Then yeah, then we make
Okay.
and also if it's your birthday, you can ask Sonia to bring you 12-kilometer walk lah.
Sarah Bear. Yeah. One of our yeah, you all know Sarah.
No, just kidding. That's poking fun at our close friend. Okay, thank you so much. As usual, don't be square. Get out there. And Sonia,
Mine is get
get
out.
out. Good night, everybody. Thank you.